Right. I'll tell you when you can talk again. Thank you for the honks.
Welcome.
Welcome. Settle down and relax. Remember, this is only a game. Depending on the choices you make, you may shape the story yourself. Keep in mind, there may be less favorable choices. You can make them if you want to. I will not punish you unfairly, but should you choose to walk down that mountain, I will not stop you.
Damn.
Try not to metagame. This basically means like constantly acting out of character in like a min-maxing, like, oh, do this, do that. Just try to stay in character. Go with your gut feeling. Don't overthink things. I will give out bonuses to those that come up with interesting or fitting ideas. I will also give penalties if you do really stupid things. Remember, as one door closes, another one will open, but where it will lead is unknown. Work together. Remember that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, and most of all, just have fun. You may interrupt me at any point when I tell you and allow you for question, as long as your character is in the scene, asking for further explanations on what else is there, for example, should the dice allow it. I will not play with open cards. They are missable things. I also reserve the good old right to edit on the fly as much as I want to. And that was the out of character things, and now we're doing the campaign. So, it looks like this. What are you guys doing?
Sorry, I just saw what.
Damn it, Suka, that is a well-known fact and everyone knows it.
Wow.
You mentioned whole.
So, it looks like this storybook has a lot of stories written in it already. Of brave soldiers fighting for their freedom, vanquishing evil creatures in the shadows of a great power. However, there's many blank pages that have yet to be written. How the story ends? Who knows? Will it be a tragedy performed in the theaters, or will it be the bards that sing of its glory? History is written by the winner after all. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? Perhaps I should read you the first bit of the story before we worry about how it ends. It all began with a stone, a blue one, similar to a crystal. Yes, it was meant to be used in an ancient kobold ritual. The stone was meant to be delivered from a mountain, from a faraway island, Casberry, a beautiful yet wild land unexplored by the common races. It was a meeting of chance when the stone was carried by a kobold to a beach, which was used to initiate the ritual. A band of sailors arrived on this beach just at the right, or perhaps wrong time. The kobold stood out like a sore thumb with its ritual garb and shining stone, which he held out before him as tradition demands. After a short chase, the kobold was caught. In the struggle, it was made clear how important the stone was to him. Yet he was unaware of the secrets it held. He was just performing his part of the ritual, a coming-of-age ceremony, a journey all made before him. The sailors sensed great powers in the stone, while none of them could figure out what to do with it. Due to their lack of magic knowledge, they knew the stone could fetch a very large sum. Perhaps the way out to a better life? Both the kobold as well as the stone were taken across the ocean, screaming all the way. The kobold demanded to be brought back, yet it was not allowed. The sailors would eventually arrive at the city of Lardell, unaware the ship was... Wait, what? Unaware the ship sent more waves than just the ocean. A highly magically gifted person sensed the arrival of something that felt out of the ordinary. Need a moment, my dyslexia is kicking in. Once docked, the sailors began to unload their cargo of clothes and tools. while someone watched carefully. He made sure every single crate was checked carefully, yet he still felt the magical sensation and could not find its origin. The sailors knew this item could not be traded in broad daylight, but had connections to the local black market. And for the entire day, nothing happened. Unaware, they were still being watched closely by someone who was curious about this item of theirs. They waited till nightfall. While their watcher was close to giving up, he finally noticed the magical sensation was moving, following them from the shadows, eventually seeing one of the sailors trying to sell a blue stone to a person dressed in black clothes. He yelled out, "I'll pay you double!" Well, the sailor was shocked and looked at who was screaming. The person in black was already long gone. With a little hesitation, the sailor showed him the stone and told him he wanted 10 platinum pieces for it. Moments later, the person with no hesitation handed him the coins and took the stone. As the sailor returned to his ship, the mage would return to his laboratory. The next morning, while the sailors were loading their ships with the unsold items, as well as the items they purchased, they were surprised and also arrested by the local guards for trading prohibited and dangerous items. Their entire ship was seized. As the guards searched the ship, they found the goblin who was still chained to the last room, asking where his stone was. The guard brought all of them in front of the court, which was led by the spiritual leader of the Lardel citadel, the Archbishop. The sailor would recognize him as the person who bought the stone from him so willingly. A lot of things happened, a lot of time passed, very little is known what happened to the sailors. We do know the stone was never returned, however. Fascinated with the stone and the potential, the Archbishop realized he could create a beautiful empire and spread peace, keeping everyone in Lardel safe. He just needed more of these stones. At first, guards were sent to the island, but it was not feasible to search such a large island with only a few guards. A brilliant idea crossed his mind. The savages in the nearby forest could be used to help for these stones, and thus started the beginning of a dark path that would lead to a conflict that would be felt across the land. Lardel declared a holy war onto the elves of the Pine Forest, which they called the Green Sanctuary. The forest was drenched in blood and their altar destroyed. Many were killed, more were taken prisoners. Having the prisoners to search for more stones, the Archbishop faced the problem of requiring motivation. The black market in Lardel was quick to offer a very expensive yet working solution. A collar that would be produced to force the will of anyone onto them. A prison camp was established on Casberry, called Point 1, and soon the first stones would be delivered to Lardel. The mountain on Casberry was the source of them. As the Archbishop finally received his first stones, he began to wonder how they could be used. And this is where we'll close this chapter. There are more stories to tell, but let's not spoil the surprises. Quite some time passed, but a change started. A group of convicts set a chain of events into motion that would cause an avalanche of events they were yet unaware of, sparking a flame of hope, even if dim. The 5 of them, and in no particular order, were Uth the Branded, Fury, I can't spell it, Asuka Nanashi, Eledre Frost, Nidana Kira, as well as a Fearborg they dubbed Blueberry. Arriving at Point 3, they managed to change the island. Maybe for the better, maybe for the worse. They managed to find a food source, helping the locals survive. A new church was built after Asuka managed to retrieve a blessed artifact of Ilmatar. Ur gave his teaching to this new church and received a divine beating by the artifact. Meeting a chicken in an alchemy lab led them on a quest to cure the effect. After erasing the spell, they encouraged the alchemist to work on a potion that would turn others into chicken. But not everything they did was good for everyone. Challenged by her patron, Nidana and Blueberry managed to release 10 squirrels in the camp, creating quite a scene. Rumors say laughter could be heard from the forest outside the camp. Asuka managed to bond with a raccoon, which haunted the local food storage. And while the locals were not thrilled about feeding yet another mouth, they appreciated the help of the team and kept feeding the raccoon, who insisted on staying where the food is plenty. They managed to help an old wolf find its peace and start over after losing his old master. Repaying his debt to the party, the wolf remained in the camp. Later he managed to combine a potion with tea. Knowledge of this spread across the land. It is now available in most areas. It however still requires skill to make the correct effect. A dark being was denied his wish of freedom after luring prey into its lair, losing not only its life, but also vials of its blood and its skin. Fury did rise to the challenge of his patron, setting his heart aflame, strengthening his bond further. These and many more things happened, but that is a story already told. However, a few things happened that require a bit more detail. The group managed to get a hand on a blue stone that felt dormant, so they decided to keep this stone. It is currently unknown who holds it. Asuka managed to retrieve a blue stone from a shrine that sank to the bottom of the sea, pulsing with energy. This stone was taken from them and sent to Lardil. The current locations of these heroes are unknown. Maybe they left the island, maybe they didn't. They were a ray of light in the night full of terrors, but one ray is not enough to end the night. Right. And this is where we will begin. So we will be giving you a little bit of a visual. Word quickly spread that after the Castberry Island incident, which meant that the excavation of blue stones was halted, and while no one had information of their real potential, they at least were aware of the danger they could cause. Funded by the Kingdom of Salvara on the other side of the continent, a plan was put into motion, and all-out attack would prove to be a suicide mission, or at least a huge bloodfest. But a small operation could manage to find a way to either assassinate the Archbishop or find another way to stop this madness. In order to find a location to host this operation, the underground organization Dark Fist offered a place unknown to the Creed of Power at the exchange of gaining any and all gold in the treasury. Out of options, the Council of Salvara agreed to the suggested deal. The Dark Fist provided the location of an inn that was shrouded by a spell, the inn Hawk's Dream, which was more of an operation center for the Dark Fist than a real inn. With this location, while this location is indeed great, one should not forget what it really is: a place of assassins, thieves, smugglers, and all sorts of scoundrels. The Dark Fist has influence in all major cities and plays no favorites except for the fact they always want to come out on top. Elite soldiers from Salvara, survivors from the raided nearby towns, and anyone else capable of fighting have gathered in these cold late autumn months to make a last-ditch effort. Here we begin. We will start on this map. The way you want to.
Okay.
Alright. We'll start over here. So, a sharp yell rings through the camp. Attention! Everyone to the main tent of the resistance leader! It's time! And since we can start, I would like everyone to put themselves on a map. If you do not know how this works, you open the third tab at the top right and drag your name onto the map.
Oops.
Yep, that looks good. I see 3, 4. We need more. 6. No, 5.
The wrong side. Goddamn stupid
Okay.
cloak.
If anyone needs a little bit of help, just let me know. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One person's missing.
Yeah, me. One moment.
Is it normal that our icons cannot snap into the grid?
This has no grid. The grid is on the map.
Okay.
You will survive, Matt.
I'm triggering a little bit, but I understand.
Hold on, I'll give it a grid. I'll give
It's
it a
fine.
grid.
No,
now I want to
it's
give it a
fine.
grid now.
There we go.
There you
there we
go.
go. Not there now, Isaac. Not there now.
Okay.
Right, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you heard the yell. What will you guys do? You're not yet known to each other.
Well, for those who are close to the resistance leader tent, you will see a Huanti, which is basically a snake person, slowly walking, ignoring whatever person or lady or lad, whoever it is, next to them, passing through them. If you looked close to them, you would see that they are of average height, about 1.75 m. Not the most, more like a lean build. If you would see that some of its clothes, mostly like either leather or cloth, you would see that stick enough towards the body, showing more of like a not really a buff, but more of like a lean yet still muscled form. You see that they have a kind of like a white complexion, more going towards gray. They have a bandana over their eyes. They cannot see, but strangely enough, even though that if they are walking, he's not bumping into anyone or anything. He's just, walking straight to where the shouting happened. He has about long black hair, but most of it is like in a ponytail behind him. I think I can show it to people. I don't know how though.
I can show it if you want.
Yeah.
You
Just
want to
for,
show your profile picture, right?
Just the avatar, yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
And other than that, the Huanti will merely walk towards. Where exactly is it, or does it matter not?
It is the War Chief's tent.
The War Chiefs.
Whatever is it called? Resistance leader, sorry.
The resistance. Okay. Well,
Yeah, this is
they'll
the
just
picture.
go there to wherever the person is that shouted.
Yeah.
Cross their hands and whatever they can lean their back on, and just wait.
Yeah, very good. Does anyone else, while we're at it, want to introduce their character just briefly? If not, we'll just continue.
Anyone going? Or
Go for it, Ego.
well, in walks a very flamboyant-looking young man
Oh god.
with
My.
all black clothing, and his face is basically, well, I wouldn't say covered, but has a lot of piercings, silver piercings, and tattoos under his eyes, and very striking blue eyes.
Very
And
nice, very
he
nice.
is curious as to what is being what's the word? I'm nervous.
What is being announced, maybe?
What is curious as to what is being announced, and
Mhm,
is
mhm.
kind of
Very nice, very
walking
nice.
over and scanning ahead.
Very nice, very nice. Anyone else who would like to introduce their characters? It is optional, by the way. You don't have
Right.
Yeah, sure.
to. Okay, so go for it.
Okay, read first.
Ray first, okay.
Okay, me first.
Decide,
but,
it's fine.
It's gonna be short though. It'll be short, Ree. My character basically, you can't really see much at the moment. I am covered in a dark hood, long cloaks, and even if you wanted to try to see the face under the hood, you can't really make out any discerning characteristics. So I also naturally do my best to stick to the shadows or to the background. I'm pretty much inconspicuous.
You're very conspicuous.
Okay. Ray?
Yeah, a literal fuckboy.
And right after the weirdo, a tall, muscular Tabaxi comes strutting in. Hand on the hilt of his sword, and just looking both fascinated and slightly disgusted over the area.
What?
Yeah. What?
Okay.
So I didn't hear the last part from
Slightly
everybody fell away from,
disgusted.
Slightly disgusted because he's a giant cat, by the way. Just
disgusted at what?
disgusted by the lack of proper warriors and people of honor in the area.
Ooh.
Oof.
Okay.
So far, he hasn't seen anybody worth challenging.
Okay, good. Anyone else who would like to go? Just give a brief introduction.
Parch is he's a fire genocide of a bigger build.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't really taken much care of his body. He's a little bit overweight, but he uses that to his advantage at times. But
How do you use overweight to your advantage? I will have to know.
Belly slam.
Like a sumo wrestler.
a little fucking peasant comes up to me, I just belly bounce him, mate.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Hell
Very
yeah.
nice. We love
Awesome.
that.
Sumo
Show them who's
wrestler.
boss, daddy.
But as for what he's doing, he acknowledged the
Very nice.
call, but he's chosen to ignore it, and his sense of smell has picked up the scent of stale alcohol, and he's heading towards the inn.
Okay, you're not... Okay, it's interesting. Good. That's a good choice. Okay, you're not going to the resistance leader. Okay.
No, off to the pub.
Right.
Literally Gragas from Leak.
Okay. Anyone else who would like to go? Okay. So, Mur and Ellie, you both also decide to go to the resistance leader, right? Or would you go somewhere else?
No, I'll go to
Okay.
the resistance.
Good.
I will lean behind things.
Alright, you will
Like
lean
boxes
behind
and
the...
stuff and be like, yeah, I'm definitely hearing this.
You don't need your icons on this map. It's
By the
just
way,
visuals. Yes?
Murdoch is a dwarf.
Of
There
course.
you go.
Oh, that's all we needed to know.
There you go.
A large tent marks what you would assume is the war chief's tent. We're going to put you into smaller teams to make organization easier. Check the board over there to see who is in your group. You're put into these teams for a reason. It is not negotiable to change these teams, but I make it work out.
I make a very soundable, and I'm just gonna wait next to the board, and I'm not gonna do anything else. And probably just silently show a middle finger to whoever shouted that.
Did you say next to the dwarf?
No, next to the board.
Right.
So there's a board, and it indeed lists your names, and as most of you scan through it, except for two of you, which we'll get to in a moment, you realize you're indeed in team 34. And it says here, before you start screaming who's in your team, there will be polls with numbers on them. Go to the corresponding ones. However, Iseo, I will use softness. You're not seeing right now, are you?
I think you nuked his name.
Isoi. Yeah.
Isoi.
No problem. I go towards the origin of the voice who's shouting that, and I go towards him, and I know where the general direction is, so I just sort of like look at the direction and just wait until they notice me.
The world chief leader looks at you and is like, okay, what?
I point
Are you
again at
deaf?
No, but you are very close.
Okay.
And I just point at my blindfold.
Oh. Do you need me to walk you over there?
Just tell me what my number is and where exactly it is.
Right. What is your name, soldier?
Isoy.
He walks over to the board, he scans through it, and he says, Team 34. And then he tells you just about like 20 meters that way, and then just ask. They will be in your team.
Thank you. And then I just walk towards the supposed direction. Well, once I find that specific place, I'll just wait there.
Perfect. So, the 6 of you realize that there were 7 names on it. There's a name missing that has not come to you yet. It is indeed a person called Parch. He is missing right now.
Dropped in a beer keg.
What will you guys do? Will you introduce yourself to each other? What is the situation?
Well, Nir is first of all checking the board and grinning to him. Oh, I see. Okay. And then he makes his way towards the pole and looks at the curious-looking snake man with the blindfold and is going to say, "Oh, I get so nervous every time.
You got this, you go.
First time at the beginning always. So, what's your name?"
I turn my neck around. It's like, Isoy, and that's all you need to know. And then I just start to ignore.
Edgy fuck.
I see. A grumpy one, aren't you?
Right.
My name is Nir. Not like you're going to care much, I think.
A name is just enough.
He is going to roll his eyes and let out a little chuckle. And wait for others to show up.
Right, who would else like to join and meet the others?
I just have a quick question.
Yes?
Is my character included in that group already?
Yes, you're in that group. The 7 of you are in the same team. Parch just decided to fuck off. But yes, you guys are one full team.
Well, Kasir will walk briskly up to them, stop, cross his arms, look beady-eyed on them, and be like, "Kasir thinks none of you can challenge him to a real duel.
Oh boy.
But we will see how this goes, right?"
Oh,
you
you want to do?
You just see my head, like arched towards you. I say nothing, and I just put my head back a bit down, and I still cross my hands.
It's probably better than we not do here, but I would take your offer up later.
Yeah, okay. It's 3 people now. There's 3 people
just
still
like
missing.
Out of character, is this like gonna be like a thing now, Reed, that our both our characters don't like each other every campaign?
It seems like it's gonna be like that.
Or like just basically don't care, or
Well, Kasir doesn't really care about you because you don't
Neither.
like a challenge.
Oh god, there we go. Alright. No, my character really doesn't care either, so no offense taken. Alright.
Right. Who else would like to join this happy little party?
Happy.
You hear in the distance, you hear like a sound.
Everyone every now and then is just looking over there. Is there a snake somewhere? It's like, what is that noise?
Sometimes if people look at me, they will see my tongue like go out in and out sometimes.
Don't do that too often.
Isaac,
There's a cat here.
Isaac, are you Orochimaru from Naruto?
Oh boy.
Come and find out.
Right. How about
Oh,
it, Suka?
boy.
You're walking up to them.
No, I'm sticking to the shadows.
You kind of need to be in your team, though. You should know your teammates.
Stand in the shadow to call up a number. Behind
I already like. No, I don't want to introduce myself. That doesn't work. Otherwise,
Okay. Suka just hangs out in the shadows
Yeah.
during the day.
Like a meter or two that
Do we actually see him? Like, do we see him approach us? Well, approach. Come into the vicinity of us.
approach me.
Like, I hear him, of course.
Suka probably saw the board, and he probably saw you guys standing by the pole. So she's aware. Jinx is aware of the people that are technically in her team, but apparently she doesn't deem it necessary to go there for now.
No.
Okay. That is a choice, apparently. I didn't think about it, but
Face
it's
the consequences.
now it is a choice. Mer, what about you?
Murdoch will just walk up to them and be like, yeah, this is a very happy party, ain't it?
Wow.
Because here we'll smell the air and be like, you smell funny.
And Murdoch will just lift his arm and just smell under and be like, no, that's yesterday's dinner.
All right. All right.
Wait, how does that work with your armpits if you say it's yesterday's dinner?
Don't ask questions.
Okay. Ellie.
Murdoch at your
Okay.
service.
Sorry. Murdoch at your service.
Murdoch, oak bed at your service.
Oak beard. Okay. Susan,
Mhm.
will you join them?
Susan. Yes, I will. I'm gonna go over
Mhm.
and awkwardly introduce myself as Susan, but I'm gonna keep away from Isoy because she's a bit weird.
That is indeed the right choice.
Scared of
I would also stay away from the cat character.
Yes.
I wouldn't hurt a fly.
I like cats, so it's
No.
okay.
Right. So, and as we're done here, a voice once again from the war chief rings out. Gather tomorrow here in the morning. We'll hand out the missions. We need all 7 of each party there in the morning. And with this,
I,
we change map back.
I put my head up and it's like, I only heard 6 come here. Where is the 7th?
You will
Oh,
indeed.
maybe they got lost in a way.
You do know his name though. It was written on the board. You do not know technically anything about that person other than the name. And since it's
Oh, okay.
about 5 p.m., you can put your token where you want, where something is written basically. And you still have time. You can go together, you can go alone, you can discuss anything that you want.
Yeah, okay, where is the quietest place?
No,
quietest-
my snake-like friend.
No.
We need to deepen our bonds and go into the inn and have some beer.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest the same, that we just all go to the pub and get a drink.
Okay. The most quiet
In
place.
And Garcia will just pull his arm around this snake person and start dragging him with him.
I start hissing, but I don't immediately do anything. Like,
Okay, apparently we're going everyone to the inn. Does anyone want to go elsewhere?
Nearest is gonna say, "Oh, isn't nothing better than just bonding over a cold one, ain't it?"
All right, I love it.
Follow,
Right,
begrudgingly, I follow.
Right. So
dragged along.
this is just a visual once again. One sec. I'm jumping. Right. When you arrive at the so-called inn, the Hog's Dream, the first thing you notice is the almost sickly sweet smell wafting through the air. Some of you may know what this is, but others may not.
Feels like home.
Oh,
Yes,
Meat.
It
Can I roll a
is not
perception check
meat.
to see what it is?
Go for it.
Which one?
Well, it depends. If my backstory says I don't know it, then I don't know it.
Roll me a perception check. Maybe you heard of it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You definitely heard of it. You haven't tasted it yet, but you're quite sure that they're brewing Kuma here.
Wait, did you just say skooma?
Kuma, yes. We don't have the copyright for skooma.
So you went with the K. I take a deep breath when we enter. It's like... Well, I can't say the S. God damn it, Edge!
No, there's no S.
I look at the cat. It's something you might know. But look, I just, my head goes to this general direction. It's skooma.
I will look at the serpent guy, put on a big grin on my face, and tell him yes.
There. Now you have something to deal with. Now leave me alone.
Right. It looks like there's
I will still shuffle him over to a table.
All right,
No,
perfect. It looks like there's a whole lot of people drinking, laughter, and singing can be heard, and we're changing the atmosphere.
Can I do a strength check to see if I can struggle against him and get out?
You can do what you want.
Okay, you have to roll a strength check as well. Oh shit, I have a -1 in strength. Why did I say it? Fuck! It seems
You
as
are
if-
being dragged along like a ragdoll.
You're coming with them. You just slip a little bit, and all the strength you had just with one sweet move, Kazuya gets you, and you're now following them.
I get like an anime tick icon on my forehead, and like, let me go.
Very nice.
Sneaky feline.
Oh, come on now.
Drinks for
Don't
me
be
and my
so
friends
grumpy.
over here.
Right.
What did you say, Aiko?
Oh, come on now. Don't be so grumpy.
I am not grumpy. I merely enjoy my peace.
And before he can finish that sentence, I chug a bottle into his mouth.
We're not quite there yet, but yes. All right, let me read. It looks like there's already a whole lot of people drinking. Laughter and singing can be heard throughout the main hall. The waitresses dance with astonishing speed between the tables, serving them all sorts of drinks and food. Some of them just speed by you, and it looks and smells pretty good. A massive orc stands behind the bar, serving drinks, handing it to the waitresses. The food seems to be coming from behind the bar. Everything seems to be somewhat chaotic, yet done with high precision, like a twisted clockwork system. And while you're still contemplating what you just walked into, a female voice addresses you from the side. New here, do you need any help? Welcome to the Hawk stream. Don't pet the cat, don't fuck with the hawk. Keep the fingers to yourself and you will have a blast. She then hands you a small menu that details the services of the inn. And we will change maps.
Yes, do you maybe have a ball of wool to give to this thing so it can get its paws off me?
Alright.
What my new friend here is asking for is your strongest alcohol.
You can place yourself on this map.
I'm just curious.
Where is our table?
You're currently standing at the entrance here, but if you decide you are now having a table, that is also fine with me. This is just like for RP
Oh my
purposes.
fucking god, this stupid fucking icon. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Let's take this one. This one has enough spaces for everyone.
All right.
Can,
So,
can you guys see anything?
That's
Oh,
just
Place
white
your
for me.
character.
Well,
you might
half
have
the-
to reload then, I'm
Half the
afraid.
inn is like hidden. Alright.
Half the inn is hidden? What do you see? Hold on, let me check what you guys see.
I see everything.
No, this is fine. This is fine.
Yeah,
see what
I
you
just
should.
need to
No,
refresh.
I can't see the rest of. I'll show you what I can see.
I don't want to
Okay.
sit next to the weird snake. I'll sit
Oh.
here.
The bottom part is like missing. Hold on.
The bottom part is... Yeah, there's a black bar. Don't worry about that for now.
Oh, okay.
That is just in case we need a table where all can sit, but that comes later. Don't worry about that. Okay.
Fine.
And the way this works, and because otherwise I will have to tell basically everyone everything all the time, I will now unlock one of the things in your list. It's basically on the same page as the characters are. It's called the Tavern menu, and I will now pop it up for everyone. So this is the menu that they hand you guys. In my campaign, there's a lot of stats and a lot of things that you can do. You don't have to do any of them. Just keep in mind, if you choose to not eat, not drink, and sleep in the fucking streets, you will lose stuff. Right. And while you guys are still reading whatever is on the menu, as you scan through the room, you can see the following: stairs leading upstairs and stairs leading down into the basement. A bar with an orcish barkeeper and some seats. A woman that stands behind a small desk with large lists. A table filled with coins and 3 men screaming at each other. A man in foreign gear sitting alone at a table. A black cat sleeping on a big red cushion. Right. Let's start with Parch, because we already did the others. Parch, the hog is looking at you and he's like, "What do you want?"
Let's have a look at the menu, shall we? I'll go with the wine for now. Give me your finest wine.
Wine's all fine, whatever. And he grabs a bottle from behind him, pours it into a dirty mug and just pushes it over to you. So basically, you now have the what wine? What was wine again?
2 gold
relax.
pieces.
Yeah, just deduct these, and you have 1 extra spell slot. Do you even do spells? You took it for RP.
He just wants wine.
For spells, I think I've only got burning hands.
Okay, don't
That's
worry
one
about
of
it.
your ratios, I think.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay.
Just let him have his wine.
Yeah, he drinks. He gets that wine, and he hold on, just a second.
But before he drinks it, it evaporates because he's a fire genasi.
Is that a thing? Do I need to know that?
No, but you can do it. You're the DM.
No, I think we will let him drink it. The massive orc stands behind the bar, 2 large talon-like teeth protruding from his jaw. He tells you drinks are on the menu. Information can be sold separately, however, should you choose to pay for it. Do you require any information?
I've been chasing this story for a while. I've heard about a little vial of something that could have some properties in the area. Do you know anything about this?
A vial of something. I mean, there's plenty vials here. There's an alchemist, the market. I mean, what is it you look for?
Something old.
What should it do? Is it just a vial?
It contains some sort of possibly alcohol. I don't know.
Alcohol.
I just follow the stories and I'd like to chase things.
Special alcohol. We used to get our deliveries from the city Tess. It's a little bit out there though, and it was recently ransacked. I don't know if there's anything left there, but maybe. There's not really much information, so it's on the house. Don't worry about it.
I'll just nod and sit back down at the bar, drinking my wine.
Very well. You enjoyed your wine, and you deducted the money, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right, the Chaos team down there. What is happening?
I want to get that soothing tea.
You can. The lady comes over and is like, "Okay, who wants to order?"
Yes, please.
Okay. And
I'd like this you call hog piss.
You want the hog's piss?
How did I know it was Ree that was going to want the hog's piss?
I am legally required to tell you this is not for everyone.
And I take things not for everyone.
Okay. The lady, she sighs and she walks over to the bar and she's like, he wants it. And the hog's like, again, another one, huh? He turns around and you can't really see what he's doing. And moments later, he produces a mug full with liquid. He hands it to the lady and he's like, give it to him. It's up to him, whatever. Right. And the lady walks over and she puts it on your table and she asks, sir, are you sure?
Can I take a perception roll to check what I'm being served?
You can.
I will take a deep breath
Damn it.
and smell the liquid.
Alright, show me how well you do that. Okay. Okay, you smell it. It's definitely not piss. You can already determine that it is not piss.
So it is alcohol.
It smells like something is wrong with it. And it smells really, really strong.
I will down it in one big gulp.
No,
Okay.
Jesus.
We're rolling a constitution check here.
Oh.
Our first casualty.
Saving throw.
That guy.
Constitution saving throw, yeah. Okay, let's go.
Oh my God.
Okay. Okay. You drink it, and the lady, she drops the tablet and she's like, no, what? He's still standing. And the hog on the other side of the room. What?
And I'll just lift my arms and be like, all for the glory of Kasir.
As he lifts his arm, I go away.
And I'll swiftly lift you back in.
No, I'm doing a dexterity saving throw on this one.
And Ray, you can add poison
Fuck.
resistance of 50% to your traits now. Because you
Wait,
didn't.
for how long?
This is a constant now. Your body just adjusted to all that rotten thing you just drank. And you now have poison resistance of 50%. I would not advise this for everyone to do because the check is fairly high and the punishment also.
Who's
He
gonna
was
take one for the
real.
team?
No.
The dwarf who already has poison resistance.
Yeah.
The lady is already like, whatever. Who wants something else? She gives Asuka his tea, her tea, and then looks at the rest of you.
Whoa! Before you give me a gender, so
Okay, sorry.
first thing, that sanity. How do I do that? Do I just
You want to do a
so
sanity
my
check?
sanity is? No. The effect says calming -2 sanity points.
I mean,
On the sheet.
you are at 0 calm. You can't go below that.
Oh, okay. Because my
Doesn't make
sanity is
you
at
crazy.
-5 now.
It has -5. It shouldn't have -5 sanity because
Well, my sanity is -5.
Hold on, I'll have a look. It shouldn't
That's
be.
crazy.
Let me check.
Deduce one
No, it
copper.
says 0 out of 10.
Oh, but what's the -5?
You don't have a
then?
number there. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Wait, why is the number not working for you? Can you write a 16 under it? Because I can't. I don't know why it resets it to a 10, to a 0.
16?
Yeah, 16 we agreed on.
What is mine? Mine says 0 as well.
Like below,
What?
right? The number below. Edge.
Yeah, yeah, now it's correct. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know why it
nice.
reset. Basically, if you are like a hardened criminal and you've seen some shit, go with 16. If you're like in the army and you've done shit, it's a 14. If you're like, yeah,
No.
just a little bit steadfast, that's a 12. And if you're just average, we go with a 10.
So
So,
first of all,
Ash,
it's a little bit of a visual bug that your number says 0 below.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's just a bug. They haven't fixed it yet.
Oh, okay.
Can't do anything about it.
Edge,
That's
do
your.
I
Sorry, continue.
Okay.
do I take where do I take away the -2 or do I not do that?
No. What this means is if you're stressed, you will get a insanity point. But right now you are not stressed, so you're basically trying to heal something that you're not afflicted to. Let's say that you have a nightmare and you're stressed and you have 2 insanity points, and then you come down and you drink the tea, then it goes back to 0.
Are you playing with my number right now? Because it's jumping from 0 to 16.
No, I'm not doing anything right now. But you can keep it at 16.
This is the number where you have to look at. I put it in the adventure room. This is what he means. The other 1 sanity below your charisma is not to be touched yet.
Yeah, you all have that in your menus.
So basically your
Well,
tea.
this
for
is-
nothing.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I see it.
But yes, all of you are calm right now. No one is stressed or anything.
I am stressed.
You want to roll for
Cat person with
insanity.
its arm around my neck and I don't like it.
Right. Okay, Suga, would you
And
instead drink something else then, or do you still want your tea?
No, that's fine.
Okay, you drink your tea.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I would like to have some wine, if you please.
She indeed walks over to the bar again and grabs the same bottle that Parch also had, and she pours your drink.
Oh, thank you very much.
If you do this, you basically now have, if you have 4 spell slots maximum, you can raise that to 5 indeed. So there is indeed 1 extra spell slot for you.
Unfortunately, the maximum spell slot amount is hard set on your level, so you'll just have to do 4.
You can still
5
do
out of 4
manually.
rather than yeah.
So basically you have 4 and then 5 into the next.
That's it.
You just have to do manually. She looks at the dwarf and the little guy.
He'll take some wine.
Okay.
Because you only have that kind of pace and that other hog space. Anyway.
He looks at you and like, okay. Guess the small one also wants good stuff. And she also pours you a drink. Susan, how about you? Do you also want a drink?
Yeah, I'm tempted by a hog's piss.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna do it?
I have a +6 in my Constitution saving roll, so if you don't have that,
What do I have? I have 3.
oh my,
Oh, that's pretty high.
Not
that is
bad.
pretty high.
It is pretty high.
Do you know what? I'm gonna have a hog's piss, please.
Oh my
She looks at you. Lady, are you certain?
Yes.
While you go, just a little bit of water for me.
She nods at you and she's gonna bring you that water.
Cassia will look at this with anticipation.
She indeed goes to the bar again. The hog is like turns around and once again fills up the drink and hands it back to the lady. The lady puts it in front of you. It looks like it's bubbling.
Oh, jeez.
She says, it is up to you, lady. We can still take this.
No, I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna take a small sip.
Do a constitution saving throw.
How did I do that again?
fucking poisoning herself
Oh,
and then started
boy.
okay.
That is not enough, Ellie. Ellie, Susan just
Did she
takes
roll?
she rolled a 10. Oh, right.
Roll.
You guys roll to hidden. In your character sheet, there is an option roll public or roll to game master.
GM.
Oh, roll the GM.
Tick for
Oh,
public, yeah.
public
uh,
to GM. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's have Ellie re-roll them because no one technically saw it.
Nobody saw that. So
Sorry,
it's
we're-
not real.
Where do I go for
Save.
the roll to public thing?
It should be on the sheet, like in a little
Up
bit on the
left.
left side, yeah.
It's the purple buttons. up left.
Right under your name. On your
Oh, someone left.
Oh,
It was Suka.
good
Yeah,
riddance.
on the left.
I can take
Left
it for
up
you if you
under
want.
your name.
Yeah, please, because I can't find it.
Hold on.
Yeah, we're just gonna pretend that
There we
roll
go.
didn't happen. Okay.
Okay, now you can roll in public.
Okay.
Another person left. Are you guys okay?
Mhm.
Page
My
just
laptop is
crashed.
completely freaking out.
Okay. Ellie, roll.
Oh, okay.
That is indeed enough. The check is a 15. And you also down it, and the lady is like, what is going on today?
I'm a badass.
Usually this stuff leaves people under the table. And the hog's like,
Then I just go in her general direction, and then I just say like, and it means you just don't give the correct stuff.
she
I
looks at
reckon
you.
you ought to make it stronger.
Snake boy, you're drinking water. I don't think you're allowed to talk.
I am merely stating what is done. I can't say see.
Do you also want a drink? I can give you a hog's piss for free.
I prefer to keep my
Want to pay for me?
stomach contents in.
No, hog's piss is on the house.
Oh, okay.
And also Ellie now also has the 50% poison resist. Okay,
Oh my god.
I already have poison resistance.
that's good.
Think
Man,
about it.
I maybe I shouldn't have Ellie reroll. Barf on the fucking floor. Right, so the 6 of you and the 1 of you, you're kinda still missing a person. And there's also many other things in this room.
I look to everybody now that I think about it. Indeed, about the. So, who is our 7th person?
Someone
Has
named
anyone
Parch.
read the name?
I think
Someone
they were
named
called-
Parch.
I kind of hear my name being mentioned and just kind of turn my head and look at you guys and just kind of,
Do
I
we
don't know.
notice-
I don't know. Do they notice Edge?
Do I notice that
What?
he's looking at us?
Ingo can roll me a percept. Yeah. Even though it's behind him, Kazir with his fucking radar ears
My
also.
ear twitches because I
Yes,
hear
also
his
Ingo
closer
sees it
as
as well. Yes, Nier sees it as well. Kazir and Nier notice that the person sitting on the bar is like he looked around when the name Parch was said.
I think we found our Parch.
What am I looking at, by the way?
You mean Parch?
Yeah.
You're
Fire
looking at a big fat fire genocide.
I will tilt my head and be like, does your name happen to be Parch?
Maybe.
We found our teammate.
Well, come on then, join us for a cold one.
You got any spare alcohol over there?
I will
Depends.
tip my cup upside down and be like, sorry, I drank mine.
I don't think anyone wanted yours anyway.
Barkeep, our friend over there wants some of your special brew.
Can order you a
Hog's
wine if you
breath.
want.
No, get my hog's breath.
I'll saunter over and go, fine. I may as well stick
You
around.
also want the hawk's piss, what?
Oh, let's
Oh
go.
my god.
I'll stick with my wine. I've not finished it
Very
quite
good,
yet.
very good choice.
Oh, come on.
Very good choice. I would have increased it because you already had a wine. Right.
Yeah, at this point, I actually just like, I wouldn't say slam, but like I try to get the attention by everybody at the table, by making enough noise, and then I can like, so, now that everyone is here, let's talk business.
And just before he carries on his conversation, I kind of look at the loud patrons behind us and down my wine and throw my wine bottle at them and tell them to shut the fuck up.
Wait, who are you throwing stuff at?
Well, now he has to roll to hit.
Wait, who is he throwing at? I didn't hear that.
The
Loud
loud patrons.
The
Oh,
loud
shit.
patrons. Okay, roll me a just flat dexterity.
Dexterity.
Yeah, that's
Okay. You take the bottle. Nier, I want you to do a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
You're in the way.
Okay. Well, I mean, fair enough.
Okay. So while Parge is angry at the loud patrons over there, he takes that wine bottle and he throws it, and it kind of looks like it's going straight for Nier's face because he's already a little bit drunk. However, Nier, with his cat-like reflexes, just ducks to the side in the last moment, and then the bottle just clears on the floor and goes bang. And the waitress looks at you and says, "That is a very bad decision, sir. Please do not do that again."
I'll just giggle to myself and then sit back down at the table.
So I look around and it's like, are you finished?
We're gonna start a bar fight.
Finish throwing the.
I would like
glass
to
in my
remind
face.
everyone to remember where they are.
Yep.
In the bar.
Yeah, a bar, a normal bar. Don't worry about it.
How about we stop throwing chalices around and focus?
Yes, that is a very smart comment. Speaking of comments, I look at Jinx, who hasn't like said a single word except for just like the drinks. Who are you?
Give me like 5 minutes, because my laptop is really giving me shit
okay,
right
fine.
now, so
Then I'll
I'm
just
probably
shift into
gonna-
another way. Let me just think up the correct words. So, just for clarification, DM, we already sort of have like the same general knowledge what this camp entails.
Yes,
and
yes,
why
you're
we're
all
here,
aware
right?
of it. There's
So
two
our
different
end goal is
paths.
to fuck with, go against the Creed and the Bishop.
So there's multiple paths for you guys here. So there's two people that are joined here from the Dark Fist side, and the rest of you was found from a caravan and just picked up and dropped at the camp, or came in here willingly, or was sent by someone. You're all aware of what this camp is and what it's going to do.
All right. So, I merely want to make clear where your allegiances are. Mine is very simple. I detest the Creed and anything that has to do with it. So, if any of you has but a single piece of compassion with them, leave.
Well,
If
can't
not-
argue with that.
Then we have something in common. All right, I'm giving you all the ball is in your court right now.
Murdoch will just
know
burp
what?
really loudly.
Because she will lift an eyebrow and be like, "Does that include money?"
If money is your loyalty, then pray that you do not get coerced by the Creed.
What is the thing you call the Creed?
The
Basically,
Creed of Power,
the
yes.
bad guys of this
The
campaign.
evil boys.
You speak
Oh,
as if
I-
Kasir will know what this creed is.
Like, does nobody know what this camp
Yeah,
is?
they
then?
should know.
This is a
about
literal
Kasir.
resistance camp, everyone.
Yeah,
Y'all should
I
know
mean,
why
yeah,
we're here.
you're here to basically for that, yeah. You're
So just
aware
to
of
make
the
it a
Creed
bit
of
clear
Power,
what my
they're
character
evil.
is trying to do is I'm trying to make clear that I don't like them, and that if
Oh.
any of you, not the players, I mean the Creed, but it's not like I dislike the players, but I hate the Creed. So that should be apparent, and I'm trying to like solidify sort of like an RP moment where I'm trying to get that out of the way, that don't want any form of like bullshit. If you really want to do this resistant thing, then you should go 100% for it. That's what I'm trying to do.
Neri's gonna lean in on the table and be like, "Oh, now, I think we all have our own reasons to bring down the Creed, don't we?"
That is good. We
They
need
did tell
those
well.
reasons. What did you say?
They did pay well.
Who?
The
Creed.
Creed.
Creed
No,
Empire.
the Creed is evil.
They still paid well.
What do you mean they paid well?
The resistance camp is against the creed, dude.
You're not paid by the evil guys, Ree. Okay.
Is the good guys paying me?
Yes. The evil guys are not paying you. I think you looked too deep into your beer already. Do you want another hog's piss?
Another one.
Go on, I dare you.
Can I get 100%?
No.
If you roll a nat 20, yes. Otherwise,
don't
it's
do
a
that,
failure.
Edge, don't do that.
Otherwise, it's a
Otherwise
failure.
fail. Oh, okay, never mind.
If you say it, he's gonna roll a nat 20 and you're gonna regret it for the rest of the fucking
If he
campaign.
fails, I'm gonna knock him out for a couple hours. No.
Oh, please do it, redo it, do it.
It's only a 5% chance, my dude. I don't know if you should.
My character urges him to do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
No. I'm like, so it is obvious that we will be together for some time now, considering we are grouped up together. I am not one for introductions. My name is Isoi. I am one of particular professions of the shadows. And other than that, if your allegiances are against the creed, we will get along well. Basically, I tell you that I'm a bard.
Uh-oh.
A bard, yes.
You're a bard. You're a bard, Harry.
You're a bard.
I'm
Right.
a bard.
With that voice?
Yes.
Let's hope you don't start singing then.
Yeah, I hope you
I don't.
just stay
This
to
bard doesn't
instruments.
sing. He just performs with his
Oh.
instruments.
You want to do a cute little performance?
All right.
Why
I
don't
want to
you
do
do
a
a little-
performance, but I
Yeah,
want to
y-
get money for it if it goes well.
Well, why don't you do a little performance for us then?
Right.
Isoi?
All right. Then I'll take my I'll take out my violin with my
Fine.
my two hands, and then I'll take the flute with my tail, which is actually like across
What?
my belly, like
Did you think this
Like,
through,
yeah. I thought this through. This could happen. So my tail that is across my belly, like a belt, goes out, takes the flute, and actually like gets it to my mouth with my tail, while I keep my violin with my other two hands, and I do a violin flute combination of song, and I'm gonna do a performance check with.
All right.
There we go. I hope it goes good. That's a 14.
All right.
I've heard
You
that.
start playing both of your instruments, and some of the patrons just look over and they're like, "What?" They're like, "What? Why two instruments with a tail?" And some of the patrons are like, "Ah!" And you think like one of them throws a little bag towards you with like, let's say 5 gold pieces.
5 copper.
Gold.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah,
What?
thank you.
Fucking rich
I'll
people.
take the. I'll take
It's
the.
fine. Next round is on you.
Yeah, next round is on you.
And the waitress just looks around and is like, "Freaks! Only freaks today!" And I'm like, "Ah!"
Everybody
Poor
here.
waitress.
I'll take the flute out of my and I'll sort of like in tune is like everybody is a freak here. And then I continue singing.
Oh,
Well,
cheers to that!
You're singing?
no, normal music. I continue
Okay,
playing the flute.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Right. Does anyone else want to take a moment here? Otherwise, there are many, shall we say, attractions in this room still. Otherwise, there's also more places to be if you choose to.
Alright, I'll just then.
Is there any reason to go anywhere, or is there any...
it's basically
Is
points
there a
of
reason to
interest.
do anything anywhere?
I don't know.
And I asked the waitress why I'm not allowed to pet the cat.
She looks at you and is like, "Ma'am, I do not think this is for you. Please do not touch the cat."
Oh, come on, we've got our own cat anyway, so...
She once again urges you, do not touch the cat.
So, by the way, as you do that discussion, sorry for the introduction. I'm gonna like still go like around the table while I'm doing my performance thing.
You
Knowing that a
escaping.
lot of people don't actually look or just laugh or are distracted, I kind of like make
Fucking
it so that the
books it.
music at certain points isn't so super loud, and I want to roll a perception check next to the loud patrons to see what they're talking about.
Okay, that's good.
Sort of like to,
Yep.
you know, deceptively listen to what they're doing, which is with a, where is my perception? Hopefully it's good. Nope, I didn't hear anything.
Even though you're not really listening well, they're so loud, you could have heard it even by just pointing your head in that direction. Two of them seem to be bantering with one of them who is laughing. There seems to be a lot of coin on the table, and they seem to be playing some sort of game. That's all you can see. And Kasia sees that they have coins on a board.
I can't see anything, so.
They're gambling.
Right, that was it. And then I stopped my performance and I'll sit over here this time.
But yeah, it looks like two of them are really angry at the last person. They're like, why? It's not working. It's like, well, it does work if you use your hat.
Nice.
Maybe Parch will go over. He likes a bit of money, something to
Okay.
afford a little bit more alcohol. So he'll put down one. He'll sit down next to them,
Okay.
put down one gold piece, and say, "Count me in."
They look at you and they're like, what? That's not how a game works.
Count me in as well.
So,
No.
it clearly seems like two of them are struggling. Or maybe some sort of riddle? They're yelling, we need some help with this. Apparently there's a riddle. I'll show you another map. Let me check which one it is. There we go. Alright.
Oh, puzzle.
He tells you, have a stack of coins. 1, 2, 3, and so forth. However, at the end, each line needs to be the same in value. So basically, what you need to do is equalize every single line to the same outcome.
Okay.
You can move the numbers as you wish.
No Google searches, guys. I can already feel it.
Oh, okay.
Don't you dare.
You guys can all work together.
Well, I'm not really interested in the game, so I'm not, but...
So basically, if you said you did 1, 9, and 8, this line has now a value of
18.
18.
Yeah, 18. Yeah. And then you do 7, 4. This line does not equal 18, so it can't work. You have to match them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Ah, okay. I understand.
Each
now.
line, horizontal, vertical, and across, needs to have the same number in the end when added up.
But there's not enough numbers, is there?
I mean, each number goes into a square, and at the end, all of them need to equalize. If you want some hits, you will have to roll for it. Otherwise, feel free to just shovel numbers around and see what happens.
Okay.
Oh, we have ownership over the... Oh, we can move those.
You can move the numbers, yes.
Yeah. Right.
Well, I would say only Ree and Mel should move, because they're the ones playing.
Yeah, they're at the table. The rest
I mean,
of
if
us
you
aren't.
want to metagame this one, this is fine. This is just a puzzle. I don't want them to get stuck too long because they're not the smartest.
Yeah, no.
Go for it, guys.
What are your intelligence modifiers, by the way, guys?
But yeah,
0.
just go for it.
2
Minus
Should I just-
2 or plus 2?
plus 2.
Plus 2 as a barbarian? What? Okay, that's one heck of a smart barbarian.
Right,
College,
boys, get started.
Okay, so let's try. Is it only vertically and horizontally?
Also across. I don't know what that's called. From top left to bottom right, yeah.
Right, okay.
Everything.
Did I say horizontal? Oh no, I meant diagonally, but...
Diagonally, yeah. Vertically, horizontally, and diagonally. The lines
Right.
all need to equalize.
Hold on, I need a bit of paper.
1, 4, 2, so that's 7. No, that wouldn't work because that, okay.
I'm gonna go really quiet here and one more. I'll concentrate.
Give them a brain puzzle and it'll...
8. Oh my
Yeah.
god, okay.
If you need hints, you can roll for them. But I'll not give you like the straight solution.
Wait, where did the 4 come from? Oh wait, oh I'm not zoomed. Oh my fucking god, I'm so sorry.
And yes, for the sake of the game, everyone can join and work together.
I'm also
All
gonna
right,
join.
fine. I want to roll an intelligence throw to see if I can find a hint.
Okay.
Or whatever it is that you want me to throw.
Alright.
Intelligence, you say?
Well, it's 0, so we'll see what that'll
Flat
do.
intelligence?
Oh, and at 20.
Oh my
Give me the answer, dude.
So, Isoi, in a moment of blind luck, literally, remembers that if everything needs to equalize, 5 should be in the middle.
I shout that. No, I don't shout that. But they don't know that.
You just
I'll
put it
do
in
another
the middle.
twirl, and then I'll sort of like whisper in between the music that they should put 5 in the middle.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I also check?
If you roll really well, I'm not gonna like constantly
no, I
give
have
out
an
hints.
intelligence of 4.
No, I'm not.
What's the point again? What does the number needs to be?
They need to all line up to the same number.
Okay.
And the 5 is in the middle, you're aware of that. And that is not good enough for a secondary hint. I'm sorry, Ego.
Am I?
Fair enough.
Would it be?
So this line is not... Oh, yeah.
That's
That's 8, 13.
that already doesn't match.
Oh, it's shuffling. That's a 4,
Oh,
that's a
that's
12.
Let me take a
I feel
look
really
now.
stupid right now.
That does not line up. I'm sorry, Asuka.
That was not Suka, that was me. I was
That's
just
Oh, that was
random
you.
shit.
Sorry,
I'm
sorry. I
not
can't.
touching
Fine,
anything.
that's
Yeah.
15.
But it comes closer.
Let me just actually do something.
Like in
Line
all,
that's
in all
throwing me
lines,
off.
Yeah.
My
in
God.
all
Let's-
lines horizontally, vertically,
Vertically
and
and
diagonally.
diagonally.
Yeah, every way.
Always.
Every way, then it cannot be 9 and 8 in the corner, because
That is correct.
like you can't have 9 and 8 in the opposite corners.
Yeah,
the
Same
numbers
with 1 and
like
2.
number
Yeah.
45, though.
Oh, 45. That's an interesting number.
So if you divide that, we'll see.
Ego is getting very close.
Because if you divide 45, what does 45 divide with? Let's see.
I mean, what can you divide it
Divide.
with?
By
Let's see.
5.
We need 1,
Five.
Why would you divide it by
3,
5?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh my God, I feel really stupid right now. It's that hog's piss that's making me stupid.
Right. If someone rolls me intelligence above 15, I'll give a hint because
It should-
Ego is getting
Because we're
close.
just be sitting here for half an
Oh.
hour.
No, Kalvia looks at it as like, bored.
The number in total
Is
is,
it-
45, so you need to divide
Okay.
that.
Parch knows it and he says 45. But if you divide that by 3, does that mean a line is 15?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Each
Oh,
line is
yeah, I had
15. Each
that.
line has to be 15. But the 5 on the middle cannot move. Let's see.
The 5 on the middle is correct. And every line has to be 15. You figured that much
The
out.
1 and the 9, the 1 and the 9 has to be like opposite of each other at all times.
5 plus 3 plus... What if this 3 is on the upper left and the 7's on the...
The 4 and the 9 should also be opposites, and so 4, 6, 9 is 15.
8,
No, that doesn't.
5,
8 cannot
3
be
is
here.
incorrect. 2 has to be down on the right, I think. Or it depends.
What
on
have
order
you
here.
done, Edge?
Fucking way.
I'm
With
glazing over
3
like
people,
a
that's
seer.
fine, but if you have 7,
7 is in the top right.
7. Oh, yeah.
Can we like roll again, like after a few?
Well,
other
you're too
people roll?
stupid to make it 15 now.
A little bit, yeah. I'm not very
my
good at
intelligence
math.
modifier
but
is 0.
Mine,
Let's see, what do you have?
1, that's 15. 7.
Alright, roll me another intelligence check. I overestimated, I'm sorry.
Okay, I will
Look
do
this
that.
way,
Edge.
hold on.
3.
Oh,
I think I might have it.
Oh,
and he
okay.
might have it.
I
Let's
rolled
see.
another nat 20. I
Oh
get
my
the
I
answer.
rolled
God.
21.
Let's see if Ellie got it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ellie.
Is it that?
I mean, the top
No.
row is 14,
Oh,
so...
wait, no.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay, let me
9.
move these off
is-
for a moment.
I refuse to go on Google to see it, so I won't immediately
Okay.
find it.
Yeah, I
No,
don't-
I'm trying to do it with
Because-
pen and paper, but
Iseo, Isoi, god damn it, managed to wrap his brain around this once more, and he puts the 8 here and the 1 here, and that is the last hint they fucking get.
Well, then the
So
6 has to
8
go there
plus
because it has
5,
to be a 15.
But 2 has to be here because it, and 6
Well,
plus
look,
2
guys,
plus 7, 7 has to be here, and 7 plus 5, 3 has to be over here, and 8, 4, 3. Yes, that's correct.
Yay!
See, always trust the snake, who gives you an apple below a big tree.
2 nat 20s, Jesus Christ. Right,
What the fuck?
It's just DM luck.
they look at you and they're like, wow, you solved this. You must be really smart.
We're all really
And
smart
I
in
look
this
at them
thing,
as
you
like,
know.
no, I just had enough. Look, even my blindness could not stop me.
Wow.
And
Oh, yeah, you're blind.
I'm blind.
Even a blind snake got it. And we all
And-
Now
didn't
you all
work
feel
it out.
stupid, don't you?
I do feel stupid, actually, but I'm blaming it on the hogsmith.
and
what?
indeed, the guy on the other side of the table is like, and he checks, is like 15. Ah, god damn it. Well, I suppose that's right. And then the 2 people on the other side of the table, pay up, we got it right. And he looks at them and he's like, you got it right, they got it right. And then he looks at the group and is like, I don't even know who, just take the reward. And he flips a bag of 10 gold coins your way.
Because it's not shit.
And now just leave me alone.
How do we fucking divide that with 7 people?
Divided by 6, I already got 5 for my performance.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Actually, no, my character would actually want a bigger
Yeah,
piece
because
of
he
it.
fucking sold most of it, I think.
Well, just give me 3 and you can all get 1.